Well, speaking of the National Institute of Business Management, the education provider of Sri Lanka with 22 plus years of excellence, we are very happy to say that we signed a partnership agreement with the Deakin University and Nibm. A very good day to all of you. Well, education is the most powerful weapon that can be used to change the world. National Institute of Business Management, with 50 plus years of excellence in the higher educational sector of Sri Lanka, has been pioneering in the higher education field in Sri Lanka, and we are offering our degree programs in the different faculties of computer science, engineering, languages, business, design. And we're very proud and happy to say that we are all gathered here for an important collaboration between two important universities, the National Institute of Business Management of Sri Lanka and the Deakin University of Australia. So speaking of the National Institute of Business Management, with the motto of powering great minds, this year we are focusing on a very important theme of providing true happiness to our students through higher education. And we are very privileged to have the presence of our Director General, Dr. D.M. Surya, and also the other directors, and also most important, the faculty of the Deakin University in Australia joining with us online. And we are very privileged to have with us Professor Gary Smith, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Global Engagement, Professor Alexander Newman, the Professor of Management in the Department of Management in the Deakin Business School, and Professor Kanagaratnam Bhaskaran, the Director of School of Computing and Engineering, and also Professor Bhaskaran, who is the Pro Vice Chancellor of International Research Partnerships. Together with us is also Ms. Gangani Vikramasinghe, the Director School of Computing, and the other directors of all the faculties of NIBM. And let me start off the program with the opening remarks. Well, speaking of the National Institute of Business Management, as I mentioned, a high education provider of Sri Lanka with 52 plus years of excellence, providing education to more than 12,000 plus students currently in the different faculties and the different branches of the Colombo head office, the main university here, and also the National Innovation Center of the Kirapana, and also in Kandy, Kurunegala, and Galle Matara. And speaking of the Sustainable Development Goal of providing equal access to quality education, NIBM has been pioneering in providing higher education to all parts of Sri Lanka, and also providing international degree programs for our students beyond the country, collaborating with different other universities of the Coventry University of UK, Lincoln University of Malaysia, and here we are partnering with the Deakin University of Australia. Speaking of the Deakin University of Australia, a very famous university in Australia for its cutting-edge technology, providing a personalized learning experience with different faculties and also branches in different parts of the country, and also providing a wonderful research experience for the students, among the 1% of all the universities worldwide, ranked in the top 50 young universities of the world, and most satisfied students in the Australian state of Victoria for 10 years. And Deakin University has been having over 45 plus years of excellence, and we are very proud as a university that has been offering education in Sri Lanka for 52 plus years of excellence to go into this collaboration to provide more opportunities for Sri Lankan students who are looking forward to fly to Australia and get their education. And with regards to this partnership, I'd like to most importantly mention that we will be collaborating with the NIBM School of Computing and Engineering for the School of Computing and Engineering programs, connecting with the different other faculties of the Deakin University. And I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Deakin faculty for working for over 1.5 years very closely with all of us to make sure that this dream becomes a reality for the NIBM students. And keeping all that in mind, let me warmly welcome the Director General, Dr. D.M.A. Kulasuriya, who is the strength behind the success of the National Institute of Business Management, who is a pillar of strength to all of us, who guides us to make all our dreams become a reality as one of the best higher education institutions of Sri Lanka. Dr. D.M.A. Kulasuriya, over to you.
Hi, thank you very much for your nice explanation about our both universities. And first of all, I would like to thank Ms. Gangani and Dr. Buddhima and the team here in Colombo, Deakin team here in Colombo, for making this partnership a great success. And I'd like to thank Professor Gray and all the team members of Deakin University for making this happen. And with your support and all the team members of the Deakin University, I would like to thank again. As Dr. Buddhima said, the Nibm has been operating for the last 53 years. And we have been doing very well in the field of higher education. And we have, major partnership in UK and Malaysia. And we had several other partnerships as well. So we have been performing very well in the past. And I hope that the partnership here that we have planned to start today would be a great success. And I learned that nearly 6% of students coming from Colombo to Deakin University, and that figure would be changed with your partnership with NIBM, because we have our own platform to propagate the idea of Deakin University and your courses throughout the country, and our link with all the other regional campuses as well as other partners here in Sri Lanka would definitely change your studentship here in Colombo. So I can assure that the things will grow faster with NIBM. So most probably I think now we have MAPIO courses with the School of Computing, and we do have School of Business and Design schools here in Colombo. And based on the experience of with the School of Computing, we will be able to move on to other areas as well. So all will depend on our partnership, and we need your support to market your university here in Colombo in a different way in the future. And generally all the partnerships are very, very good and doing very well. I hope that Deakin University will do a great job here in Colombo, and I wish you all the best, all the partners and all the members of the Deakin University and the team here in Colombo. I think we need your support to make this a great success. And I would like to thank all the faculty members of the computing and the heads, directors, and Dr. Buddhima. And she made huge effort to get things done within a shorter period of time. Generally, to make a partnership, it takes nearly 2.5 years here in Colombo, but she made it happen within 1.5 years. It's a great success. Thank you very much for all of you. I wish you all the best for partnership, and I would like to sign here from here, and we have all the documents.
congratulations to the National Institute of Business Management and Deakin University of Australia for partnering for these important degree programs that we will be offering for our students through the School of Computing and Engineering of Nibm. And with that, let's take a look at the Nibm profile video to take a look at the facilities that we offer for our students here at the National Institute of Business Management of Sri Lanka.
The world moves forward with time, leaving its mark in this infinite universe. In this glitters the pearl of the Indian Ocean. You are now entering the perfect city of Nibm. It is a city of the future, ensuring your freedom. It is a city of hearts, placing no restriction on your thoughts and teaching you to love the world as a whole. It is a city guiding you to rightful technology and making you understand the value of education. This is that city's greatest school of higher education. Let us now enter Nibm. School of Computing, a high-tech mission containing the modern society of computer revolution and all information related to it. Nibm also houses computer laboratories, libraries, lecture halls, and auditoriums equipped with the latest technology. School of Engineering, the workstation encompassing the most developed and sharpest sectors in the future world of work. School of Business, door to the path leading to success in the world of business. School of Design, the sky that creates endless stars in a galaxy of fashion and interior decor. School of Language, the most beautiful journey of learning to understand people and the universe. World-recognized degree programs of this nature are not only available at the main campus of Nibm, located in Colombo 7, and the National Innovation Center in Colombo 5, but also in the main cities of Galle, Kandy, Kurunegala, and Mathura. Nibm has revolutionized the traditional education system, which restricted students to their classrooms, and is now unconditionally supporting the different extracurricular activities that develop the talents of their students. Nibm has a stable capital and comprises a management in the international level, equipped to carry out all operations in the most fit and proper manner. The said capacity is completely invested to expand knowledge of many children who have been engulfed in the traditional education system. As Nibm is a higher education institute owned by the government of Sri Lanka, students and their parents can place their complete trust on the institution. Therefore, the doors of Nibm will always affectionately be open to the youth representing generations who will be the winners of tomorrow, entering the city of the future on the path of freedom, love, and fashion. Leadership, stability, quality, technology, and innovation together creates a smart student population for a smart era. For a smart era is the path to success, the modern thinking of Nibm. Nibm, powering great minds.
Welcome back, and let us now take a look at the Deakin University official video to see what Deakin University has to offer for our students when they move to Australia for their higher education.
When I was researching all the universities, there were a few things that brought Deakin out compared to everything else. Deakin incorporates a lot of hands-on work, which is really important to me.
The facilities they have, all the equipments they are using, I told myself, this is it. I want to go there. I want to study TV production in Deakin University.
The projects I was given, I could easily apply the theories I learned at Deakin University into the practical world, and that to me was really rewarding.
The units that I'm taking here in Deakin University are all practical. It makes me confident that in the real world, I'll be.
After coming to Deakin University, I believe I have found my passion. It feels like a second home to me.
If you have a dream, then go for it. Make it happen. That's what I did. That's why I'm studying here in Deakin University.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let me now take this privilege to invite Professor Gary Smith, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Global Engagement of the Deakin University of Australia, to speak over a few words to us today.
Thank you very much for that invitation. Dr. DMA Kulasuria, the directors of NIBM and staff, it's been a great pleasure to be here witnessing this moment of celebration as the signature is placed on the agreement. We are very pleased to be the key Australian partner of NIBM. Deakin in Sri Lanka is an extensive involvement going back almost a generation. Many years of not just recruitment activity with many outstanding alumni from Sri Lanka, but also deep knowledge partnerships have been developed, and Deakin has also contributed in some philanthropic ways in developmental projects. Deakin University, yes, we're a little bit younger than you. We've had that said twice, so we must know it to be true. And that's our nearly 50 years has seen us grow into one of the larger universities in Australia with 66,000 students, but with an exceptional ranking for excellent teaching. And so we're very proud to deliver teaching quality to every student who comes to the university, even though we're a university of scale. Our strategic plan is called Ideas to Impact, and it focuses on, of course, research and innovation and education and employability. We would like to be ambitious enough to aim for true happiness, but we're more pragmatic, and we're very, very keen to see our students graduate and get the sort of jobs that will then lead to a successful and happy life as a graduate of university and of both our institutions. Deakin University under COVID has coped remarkably well. We have managed to pivot most of our year to online last year, as many places did, and here am I working from home back again, although I have recently been into the office for the first time in about 8 or 9 months. And Deakin made a very successful pivot, partly because of the great technology that we apply in our teaching, and that has been referenced briefly before, but also to the commitment of staff at the university to do their very best, to teach their very best, and of course we have great experience in online teaching. It's sometimes said to be in Deakin's DNA. It's a significant part of our activity which we were able to extend and blend across the whole university. So I think I'll just say a couple more words. I think in the post-COVID world we're moving into, the form of transnational education, which is what I'd call the arrangement we're concluding and taking forward today, is going to become pretty much the standard normal practice of international education, where students can get access to a Deakin degree at a better price because it's very expensive to study and come to Australia, but also importantly to get the best of educational experiences from 2 countries and all the social and cultural concomitants of that educational experience. So just again, I would congratulate all those who've put the effort in over the last couple of years really to bring this relationship to this point, and to assure you that we will offer all the support we can to take the relationship further and to bring it into full success. So it's good to be here today, and thank you for allowing me to say a few words about the university.
Smith, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Global Engagement of Deakin University. And next up, let me take this privilege and honor to invite Professor Alexander Newman, the Professor of Management in the Department of Management in Deakin Business School and the Associate Dean International of the Faculty of Business and Law of Deakin University of Australia, to address the gathering.
Once again, I'd like to thank Nibm staff and all the team at Nibm for inviting us here today. I've got a few slides to share, just giving you an update on what we've been doing at Deakin Business School for the last couple of years. Can you see those slides? Is everything okay? So just a bit of background about Deakin Business School. We are a world-recognized business school. We rank very highly across all rankings, whether that be the ARW, the finance ranking, accounting ranking, the QS. We're also a top school for sports management, and our MBA online, we have a very flexible MBA, is ranked in the top 20 in the world. Recently, we've also got double accreditation from two of the world's accreditation bodies for business schools. One is EQUIS, which is the most comprehensive institutional accreditation system. It's a European accreditation. It looks into the work we do in terms of having social impact, also our international exposure. So it's a very, very important accreditation. The AAC SB accreditation is also an American accreditation that most of the top business schools in the world have obtained. So we're very proud of that. Over the last 5 years, we've worked hard on this journey towards both forms of accreditation. So let me tell you about the Bachelor of Business Analytics, because this is the course that your students will be moving into. It's a very, very high profile course at Deakin, and it's been developed in conjunction with industry. So we have an industry advisory board. We have on that board members from PwC, BP, Origin Energy, and Epworth Health, and they tell us the needs of industry. And we've developed the course with the needs of industry in mind, so the graduates are job ready when they graduate from Deakin University. The course is also accredited by the Australian Computer Society. So during their time at Deakin, they will have the ability to learn a lot of those business analytics tools, such as IBM Cognos, the SAS Enterprise Miner, etc. And we have a lot of input on the course from industry practitioners. So they provide practice modules. We have what we call work integrated learning, where students will go out and work on a project with industry. We have expert lectures and case studies and projects. So we developed this with the student in mind, and our focus for the next decade is employability for our students. We rank very highly when it comes to employability in Australia, and we have a real focus on providing our international students with to be job ready for the graduate employment market. So we have a very, very strong careers unit at the university that supports both international and domestic students in looking for work. So I'm just going to move on to the next slide. So what kind of careers, what might we expect from somebody graduating from this degree? There's a whole host of careers, and they're developing every day new career pathways. So we see analytics, whether it's data analytics, which you study in BAS's faculty, CB, or business analytics that you study in our faculty. There are a huge amount of jobs out there for data analysts or people who are actually applying that analysis into practice, what we call business analysts. So if you have a quick look at some of the job sites, there are a number of different jobs, whether that be a business analytics translator, business analysts. We see analysts in the HR departments of big organizations and in the marketing departments. So analytics it goes throughout the industry. No matter what industry you're operating in, there are need for analysts. So a lot of jobs, it's the highest growth sector in terms of professional services. So we had a quick look at some of the careers, entry-level jobs paying very well for graduates who've just graduated from university. So these are the kind of jobs on offer in Australia at the moment. So go and have a look. It is an emerging profession, and we're seeing a lot of jobs come out post-COVID in this kind of area. So what will students be expected to learn when they arrive at Deakin? Obviously, we have an articulation program with Nibm, where your students are given credit for the units that they do back in Sri Lanka. So they're not expected to do all these, but there's 2 years of curriculum, and they will do 2 years worth of study here. So there's a whole host of different subjects that they can choose from. We have invested very heavily in AI for business, artificial intelligence. They can study project management, supply chain management, marketing analytics. And we also provide them with opportunities to do work integrated learning, internships, and undertake an applied business project. So there's a lot of choice. There's a lot of electives there for them to choose from. So that's it from me. Thanks again for listening. If there's any questions you have, feel free to ask. But that's a bit of background about our business analytics degree in Deakin Business School. And once again, thank you for inviting me here today. And I look forward to working with your team to put this into fruition. A great relationship we have here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Alexander Newman, the Professor of Management in the Department of Management in the Deakin Business School. And next up, let me take this privilege to invite Ms. Gangani Vikramasinghe, the Director of School of Computing and Engineering of the National Institute of Business Management, Sri Lanka, to speak a few words about this very important collaboration that we are going to go ahead with the School of Computing and Engineering of NIBM. Over to you, Ms. Gangani.
Thank you very much, Buddhima. A very good morning to all of you once again. So it is indeed a very happy and memorable day for us at the School of Computing and Engineering. Today we've signed the partnership agreement with Deakin University and NIBM. So actually with this, students of School of Computing will get the opportunity of completing their diploma or HND and then continue their degrees at Deakin University in Australia. I think it's quite important because, as we all know, when it comes to Australia, it's one of the top popular destinations for Sri Lankan students to go for higher studies. So I think our students has been actually given a very good opportunity here. So if I talk a little bit about School of Computing, they're very happy to say that NIBM is considered as the pioneer in IT training in Sri Lanka. We have a very proud history of over 52 years, and we offer starting from the certificate level up to degrees at School of Computing in various fields like software engineering, network engineering, management information systems, and so on. And we offer these not only to the students who complete their school education, but also to the professionals who are already working in the IT industry, those who want to get trained or retrained. We cater to the IT professionals as well, not only to the school students. So I don't want to take much of your time, but I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Bhaskaran and Professor Newman and Professor Gary Smith for all the support given, and of course to all the faculty members at Deakin who helped us with the mapping of these diplomas to the degrees at Deakin University. And of course, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Peter and Sandy. Where are you? Sandy and Chari, thank you so much for all the support that you have given. And without your support, I think it would have been difficult for us to make this partnership a reality. And of course, our chairman and Dr. DMA Kulasurya, who always supports School of Computing and encourages us. So thank you so much, Dr. Kulasurya, for the support given. So thank you once again for joining with us today, and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Gangani Vikramasinghe, the Director of School of Computing and Engineering, for your words of inspiration. And next up, let's move on to Professor Anagaratnam Bhaskaran, Chancellor of International Research Partnerships and the Office of Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research Associate Dean, International and Partnerships of the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Built Environment of Deakin University, Australia. It's been a great honor to work with you over the past 1.5 years, as mentioned by Ms. Gangani Vikramasinghe, and we're very proud and happy that the partnership of Deakin University and Nibm became a reality, and here we step on to and engineering. And over to you to speak a few words today to address our gathering.
Thank you, Budhima. Dr. Klosuria and the colleagues from Nibm, thank you all for working with us over the last 1.5 years. I would like to give a special mention to Dr. Budhima and Sandy. Their perseverance made us to this stage in the last 18 months. And particularly, we are trying to map the curriculum for IT-related courses. And the challenges we had is in both sides, we keep on changing the curriculum. So once we thought we finalized it, then the school come back and said, no, we have changed the curriculum. So we had to do it again. And this is going to be a live discussion and communication between the institution, because the IT sector is changing quite rapidly. So therefore, the curriculum needs to be updated on a regular basis so that the graduates coming out of this program are job ready and career ready as well. So it is important, the relationship that we have with the School of Computer Science and Engineering at Nibm and our School of IT in Deakin as well. And I would say a few words about the School of IT. School of IT in Deakin is one of the largest School of ITs in Australia. We have a large cohort of staff in a multidisciplinary area. We offer several 3-year programs as well as a software engineering, a 4-year program, and also some of the innovative program. We started our Bachelor of Cybersecurity about 10 years ago. At the time, we were the first university to start a cybersecurity program at an undergraduate level. And now we all know how important the cybersecurity in our day-to-day life. And similarly, our Applied Artificial Intelligence program, or the Bachelor of AI program, which is the first AI program in Australia as well. So we keep our program at the cutting edge, very well informed by our industry advisory body, who consists of several employees and industry leaders in the IT sector as well. And the innovative pathway, or the partnership we have with Nibm, it's allowed the students to study 1 year or 2 years in Sri Lanka and then articulate with credit into Deakin University as well. Not only they build their skill set in both institutions, but also it provides the opportunity for students to get for maturity before they go into a foreign university or foreign country to live by themselves and adjust to a totally different work environment. So this partnership is not only provide the opportunity for them to learn the program, but also provide the student support, because one of the key things at Deakin is we ensure that when the students study at Deakin, they enjoy what they study and they have the best out of the opportunity provided to them as well. And as Alex mentioned earlier, our programs are very much focusing on, once they complete the degree, their graduates are job ready. How do we do that? We provide what we call it as a Deakin Talent, which is a division under Gary's leadership, provide the Deakin Career Employment Services, prepare our students right from day one to work with the partner employers and provide them an opportunity to internships, but also short-term to long-term career facility as well. We also have a special program for Deakin International students, what we call it DISC, Deakin International Student Careers. It's a special program organized by Deakin Talent, focusing on international students. So how do we engage them? How do we prepare them? And what is the Australian employers are looking for in our graduates is very, very important. And the Deakin Talent provide that service as well. And IT courses at Deakin, every program has an embedded work integrated learning component. It is a compulsory requirement. Every student is doing, regardless of what course you do in School of IT, you have to do an industry placement or an industry related project and a industry-based internship as well. So we do that. But in the meantime, when the students come to Deakin, we also provide a peer support network program where our senior students look after the junior students and particularly the international students. They looked after, they ensure they are transitioned from Sri Lanka to Australia as well as from Nibm to Deakin is as smooth as they can as well. So the key aspect what we focus on when they study at Deakin, they have a fantastic learning experience, and when they finish the degree at Deakin, they have best possible opportunity and best possible chance to find graduate employment at in Australia or in other parts of the world as well. So it is the beginning of our journey together between Nibm and Deakin, and we are keen to continue our partnership and in the years to come. And also, I would like to mention that Nibm has a partnership with Coventry. Deakin also have a very strong partnership with Coventry University as well. So it's end up as a three-way connection as well. So we're looking forward to working together. I had the privilege to visit Nibm when I visited last time Sri Lanka. It looks like it's ages ago, but hopefully we'll be very soon we'll be able to visit each other's campus as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Bhaskaran, the Pro Vice Chancellor of International Research Partnerships of the Office of Deputy Vice Chancellor of the Deakin University, for your words of inspiration. And it has been an honor and a privilege to work with you over the past more than a year and a half. Make sure that this collaboration becomes a reality, and we are very happy and proud that the collaboration between the Deakin University of Australia and the National Sri Lanka became a reality today. And we are very much honored with the presence of the chairman of the National Institute of Business Management Sri Lanka. And let me now take this opportunity to invite the chairman of Nibm to speak a few words to us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for the warm welcome. At the inception, I must say, I'm happy that we are entering into this agreement with Deakin University. It is a university I've heard much about, both in my professional work and in my academic career. And I'm happy that Nibm is now partnering with Deakin for the further mutual benefit of both parties. Whilst I'm sorry that we cannot personally be there to sign this agreement, I'm happy that we are signing it today, at least remote control due to the situation. And we hope to come there to see in person your facilities, which we have seen over the web. And I hope that we can further develop our partnership and expand the curriculum of Nibm to cover more areas that Deakin can offer, and also to offer our students the opportunity to further their studies either in the final years or two of their degree, or even for their postgraduate studies, in being able to come to Deakin and study there. Because I find that if we provide that opportunity, we would find less draining of our students from Sri Lanka to foreign campuses. Because if they are given the opportunity of going at least for the final 1 or 2 years to a foreign university such as Deakin, they would be less enticed to go from the beginning. They would prefer to study here and then go. And I'm thankful for Deakin for providing that opportunity to our students, and also in some way helping in conserving our foreign exchange of the country. And I hope that we can expand our curriculum, which is my objective as chairman, And also, I'm happy that with our initiative, with the Director Generals and my initiative, we have been able to partner with Deakin, which is my objective to partner with foreign universities and offer a degree and curriculum, subjects, qualifications that none of the other mushroom entities in Sri Lanka can offer. I thank you all and wish this agreement all success even after my tenure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. V.K. Choksi, the Chairman of the National Institute of Business Management, for your inspirational words today. And ladies and gentlemen, we have come towards the end of our program today. And when speaking of education, I believe that education is future that we truly believe that belongs to us. And definitely the Nibm and the Deakin University has been working very closely over the past 1.5 years, and we've gotten into a very important partnership to support our students to get into the different part of the world and also pursue their higher education in a different university, and also, as Chairman mentioned, to undergraduate studies and also to postgraduate studies. Whatever the case it is for Sri Lankan students to really get into the global world and explore the different other opportunities out there. And we are very thankful for the Deakin Sri Lanka office, most importantly, Ms. Sandy Seniviratna and Ms. Peter Maya Durna, who is together with us today. And we are very fortunate to have him here in Sri Lanka and him participating in this program physically at the Nibm today, and also Ms. Chari Ratna, who has been in close connection with us over the past 1.5 years to ensure that this partnership becomes reality. And also Deakin faculty, thank you so much for all the support that you have rendered. Professor Bhaskaran, most importantly, thank you so much. And also heartfelt thanks to our chairman of Nibm and Director General, Dr. D.M. Surya, who is always the strength behind our success, and Mrs. Lanka Singha, the Director of School of Computing and Engineering, and all the directors and the faculty of the National Institute of Business Management, who has been very supportive over the past so many months to make sure that this collaboration becomes a reality. A journey of 1,000 miles start with a single step. And here we have embarked that beautiful journey, keeping that very first step and starting in today at Nibm. Even though we have formulated this event remotely, we look forward to be there at Deakin University someday when the world comes back to normal, and to speak to you all in person as well. Thank you so much for joining with us from Deakin University, Australia. Thank you so much, Deakin Sri Lanka office, for being a part of this program, and thank you so much, everyone in Nibm head office here in Sri Lanka in Colombo 7 for being a part of this event as well. Thank you so much. Have a good day.